Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Crowd Chatter podcast. And today is going to be a continuation of the series that we started last week, uh, of which is was the first iteration of it. And if you guys don't know, it's the Bubble Watch series. And if you did not see the first one, well, this is the second one. And in these videos, more or less, we are just going over. Have you ever seen the ESPN article where they do the Bubble Watch stuff? It's simply just um, us going over the different teams that are competing for the NCAA tournament, teams that are locks for the tournament, teams that probably will make it, and then the teams that maybe need some work and need to do a couple things and get a couple wins before they should feel comfortable about their tournament status. This is the locks part of it. So now we've already got 1 week out. We've done the first week. We obviously already have teams that we've put in the locks that should be in work to do categories. And so at this point, it's just going to be me, revising and kind of changing it every single week up until the NCAA tournament. So locks will have probably the least amount of change. Mostly what you'll probably see in the lock category is teams joining it. You normally won't see a team probably leaving the lock section. Um, but on occasion, you'll see a team drop out of the locks category. But anyways, we go to the lock section here, and obviously, we already have plenty of teams coming out of already as considered as locks for the tournament. You go to the ACC. Virginia is still playing very well. They will remain as a lock, and they will actually be joined by one other coming out of the ACC, and that is Miami, Florida. ESPN actually doesn't consider them a lock for the tournament. I do though. Miami's got some very good wins. They only got like 5 losses overall in the entire season. They've beaten North Carolina. They've beaten Duke. They beat Virginia at home. They have other good non-conference wins. Miami, Florida's got a very good resume. They keep winning games. They're atop the ACC. I consider Miami a lock at this point. They've amassed very good resume and have done more than enough to lock themselves into a tournament spot. As for the Big 12, all these teams remain the same, only just kind of trading spots as who's better than the other team. But all these teams are still, for me, considered locks to make the NCAA tournament. Big 12 still has its 5 teams, all of them absolutely fantastic. Texas did lose yesterday to Texas Tech, so that does hurt them, but this is still a very good conference, and really there is no breaks in this conference. Everybody has a good team, and really your worst are like Oklahoma and Texas Tech. And like I said, Red Raiders just beat Texas, so there really is not a break in this conference to speak of. Then we go to the Big East, of where we have Xavier, Marquette, and Providence. Providence is dropping out of this category. They've had a couple not great losses, which have really hurt them. And that will drop them out of this category. As for Xavier and Marquette, these two are still very much locks for the NCAA tournament. I can't see any reason for these two to drop out. They both remain as locks out of the Big East. Then we go to the Big Ten, which for the longest time has had just Purdue as a lock. Purdue's been really the only good team coming out of this conference, but there's another team in the Big Ten that is starting to get healthy and has been winning a lot of games recently and continues to keep looking better now with guys coming back, and as their direct rival, the Indiana Hoosiers. Indiana has continued to look better and better as this season has gone along. And like I said, they had a lot of injuries, which really hurt them at the beginning of the season. But now they're getting guys back. They keep looking better. They keep beating good teams. They beat, Rutgers at home. They beat Purdue at home, which was a huge win for the Hoosiers. Obviously, we the Wolverines handed away that game at home against Indiana as they got that win. We really should have beaten Indiana, but we gave that one away. Anyways, Hoosiers, I consider this team a lock for the NCAA tournament. They're up to number 14 in the country now. Indiana's got a very good resume. They have some very good wins. They did get destroyed by Kansas. They did lose to Arizona, but I mean both of those teams are locks. They just beat Purdue. They have a lot of good wins as it is already. I consider Indiana a lock for the NCAA tournament. They should very much be in. I don't see any reason why the Hoosiers would miss at this point unless they have an absolute collapse at the end of the season here. As for the Pac-12, UCLA and Arizona, of course, these two will not go anywhere. These two teams still remain in the locks category. Arizona with a weird loss to Stanford. They continue their stretch of just strange losses as they've lost this year now to Utah, Washington State, Oregon, and Stanford. Yeah, not UCLA, not USC, not even Arizona State. Utah, Washington State, Oregon, and Stanford. I don't look. I don't get it either. I have tried to understand it, and I don't. So, but Arizona is still locked for the NCAA tournament. Obviously, the Crimson Tide, Alabama, and Tennessee remain as locks in the SEC. Volunteers struggling recently, so that has not helped them. But Tennessee's got a decent. Tennessee still has the resume. They still have the good wins. Tennessee remains here. And as for Bama, well, obviously they have been fantastic. Houston remains a lock as well, and St. Mary's, they're not going anywhere. They're still a lock as they still more than lead the WCC, and they're still ahead of Gonzaga, and they still have a win over Gonzaga. Did have a bad loss recently, but I still have St. Mary's as a lock, and the same goes for Gonzaga. They have a lot of really good wins, including one over the Tide of Alabama. So Gonzaga remains in this spot. And that is it for this video. So a little bit of some changes. We had Miami, we had Indiana take out Providence. Really, that's all that happened in this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Keep tuned. Keep tuned in for any more Bubble Watch videos as they'll continue to come out, as I said, every week. I'll try and record them on Monday, and if I don't get it out on Monday, hopefully it comes out on Tuesday. That's gonna be the way I try to do these videos. Is I get them done on as I do them on Monday, as I record on Monday, and then they come out say Tuesday or Monday night. Hopefully, is what I'm gonna try and do, but that might be a little difficult. So we'll see. But that's what I'm hoping that I can get done. But that's it for this one. As I said, I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, adios, everyone.